Leeds are going to have to be a whole lot better in this second half if they are going to challenge the Giants, who did everything pretty much perfectly in that first 40 minutes. You were talking, Terry O'Connor, about the completion rate of Leeds, which was, well, let's be honest, it was woeful.
Yeah, they've really got to up that, Stuart. 56% against 86 for Huddersfield, who've created the chances. The guile of Lee Gaskell, in particular, really pulling the strings near Leeds' try line. So Leeds Rhinos, to get back into this game, they really do need to control the ball.
Turner up to halfway on the short side. Gaskell again, trying to find a way through, and nearly did. The ankle tap came from Brad Dwyer, and it had to be, but again, ball in hand, and Gaskell there not happy at all with the challenge. The follow-up from Ash Hanley. The ball goes up, and the mistake this time from Richie Myler. He's been so safe with those high kicks, but Huddersfield again starting this half on the front foot.
Ash Golding just getting in Richie Myler's eye line. Makes the mistake, probably one of the easiest ones to take. So again, they start this second half. Leeds Rhinos under some pressure, and the fans sat at home won't be happy. They know that this is a different Huddersfield Giants side than what they were in 2019.
If you are just tuning in and wondering why it wasn't a scrum, one of the new rules for Super League 2020 for the restart, with all the conditions going on, there are no scrums, but there are mistakes, and Huddersfield in a great position have made a mistake. It was young Ollie Wilson having got themselves into a really good position to attack that Leeds try line. No scrum, if turnover, and 6 to go.
Yeah, big raps on that.
It's going to affect the speed of the game, isn't it? Ounce is 6 again, Terry.
Yeah, it is, though. When he gets up and tries to play the ball, he puts on a Leeds Rhinos defender. Got a big future in the game, Wilson has.
Well, a mistake apiece at the start of this second half. It's as you were. Huddersfield have won 2 of their last 3 visits here to Headingley. But don't forget, they are the home side. This game should have been played in February, postponed because of Storm Kira. That's better. That's the offload from Cuthbertson.
Good work from James Donaldson with the tip on the support. The kick here from Gale. Will he put Golding under some pressure?
The ball went backwards, said Robert Hicks. Well, relief there for Ashton Golding against his former side.
Well, Leeds Rhinos now, this is where they do need some line speed. Ash Golding, he thought he had it, then he dropped it. Getting involved here, taking the ball forward. Nice control by Smith to turn him on his back.
How much has the pace of the game changed because of the new rules, do you feel?
I think it does up it, keeps the ball in play when scrums or when penalties are awarded. The average scrum took 22 seconds.
Well, that was Gaskell trying to find a way through again. Jordan Turner trying to stay in play, and can he stay in play? No, he can't, and that was Conrad Hurrell.
You can try all you want to stay in the field of play, but I think when Conrad Hurrell has hold here and he's heading towards the sideline, look, he did well to readjust because he was beaten. Luke Gale come in, helped him, look, then all of a sudden he's just manhandled and bundled over. Yeah, there was some help from Mellor and Luke Gale. Well, Rich Agar, I'll be hoping there's not a problem with his quad or his hamstring.
Well, Leeds have got to be much better in this second half. Let's find out what the coaches said during that half-time break. Jenna.
Well, Richard Agar, these are his words. He said that he felt that Leeds got smacked in the mouth that first half. He believes that they just have to play much better this second half, but he is confident that they can flip it. Simon Wilford feels at times that Huddersfield didn't react quick enough to the 6 again and the quick ruck, and he's looking to tighten up those areas. But other than that, really happy with that first half.
Yeah, thanks, Jenna. Will he be happy in the next couple of minutes as Leeds here with Gale and then Louis? But that's a poor pass there from Robert Louis, and it's picked up there by McIntosh. Can he go all the way down on McIntosh for a sensational hat-trick? I don't think they're going to stop the young winger. What a try from young Donald McIntosh. He hasn't scored for a year. He scored a hat-trick today, and Huddersfield are taking a firm grip on this game. Are they going to the summit of Super League?
Well, he showed a clean pair of heels then, didn't he, Darnell McIntosh? Some poor execution in the passes from the Leeds Rhinos. Created a try for that man. The ball bounces on the ground, it bounces straight up into his hands. And as soon as he gets in his hands, you knew straight away that was it. He was going to be scoring underneath the sticks. Ash Hanley and Luke Briscoe tried everything, but it just wasn't to be. Luke Gale gives it to Robert Louis, and then Robert Louis doesn't find Richie Myler, doesn't find Luke Briscoe, but what it does find is that man, Darnell McIntosh. Just look at him. Big, powerful athlete, knows exactly what he's doing. He pulls and he makes the right decision to come in. And he spots that space and he doesn't pressure himself. As soon as he picks that up, he knows that he's going to score. Nice finish as well from the winger.
A happy coach, some happy fans. And you feel as well that McIntosh had speed to burn, but he also had plenty in the tank if he needed it. Adam Caesar, Aiden Caesar with the goal, and it's 20 points to 6. What a performance this from the Huddersfield Giants. I'm sure John Wells is mighty impressed.
Thanks, Stuart. Yeah, 3 weeks most of these teams have been back in preparation for today's game, and a coach's challenge is to cover all bases, particularly with the new rule changes. Plenty of time spent on repeat defensive efforts because of the 6 again rule. Leeds' basic attacking has let them down here. 2 passes gone to ground in that attacking set. The second one fell into the hands of Darnell McIntosh. He was stood right in front of me. What impressed me the most about him in searing away 70 metres for his hat-trick was just those first 3 steps, the acceleration from the fullback come winger, outstanding.
But you felt he had more if he needed it.
Yeah, he looked like Martin of Fire, didn't he, at his best, really. That relaxed running style that you never knew. He just ran fast enough to score, and that's where McIntosh looked. Crisis talks, I would suggest, took place under the goalpost, though, by the Leeds side here. 20 points to 6 down. They cannot allow their opponents to score another point in this game to stand a chance of coming back and winning.
Well, we were talking during half-time, weren't we, that the first score would be really, really important, and Huddersfield have come up trumps. Kenny Edwards on the last then. O'Brien finds Caesar this time, drills the low kick downfield, and picked up by Myler for the Leeds Rhinos, who you feel have got to find something pretty special from somewhere, and quickly.
And when you're leading by 14 points, what that also does is give you that air of confidence to defend. They get a penalty here for a dangerous tackle on Luke Briscoe, but there's an awful lot of confidence running through the ranks in Huddersfield at the minute. You can see that McIntosh, the man of the moment, just picks his leg up, puts him above the horizontal. There's a penalty. So they're now, what, 25 metres from the line, Huddersfield. They've got to answer some questions in defence.
Well, as we said in the first half, one of the youngest squads, one of the smallest budgets, but playing plenty of heart and skill and determination and playing for their coach. Leeds, I think they have to score next. Simple as that if they want to stay in this game. Luke Gale and Cameron Smith looking for a way through. They need something from Robert Louis as well. He's been really, really quiet. The standoff for the Rhinos. Is this his moment? Charge towards the line. Cuthbertson at the offload for Dwyer. Now it's Luke Gale, but again, there's no way through. Matagi with a brilliant tackle. Here is Robert Louis. Kick towards the try line, and yeah, well read by young Lewis Senior. It will be a goal line dropout for the Huddersfield Giants.
Well, there doesn't look any fatigue in that Giants defensive line. Robert Louis tries to thread the ball through to Ash Hanley. Well, that's the next best thing that Leeds Rhinos could ask for, a repeat set of 6.
And you expect that in this set of 6 tackles, in a pre-rehearsed situation, they'll have 1 or 2 plays in which they're really attempting to score, aren't they, with a combination of players running. It's a great kick, that, isn't it? Got a lot of distance here.
Yeah, monster kick from that man, Lee Gaskell. Sparkling performance from him. Here is the veteran, the 35-year-old Adam Cuthbertson. charge forward from young James Donaldson, who's been a revelation since he moved here, hasn't he, from Kingston Rovers. Dwyer again. Smith, they go to the right. Louis with a little pass. Suspicion of a forward pass. Robert Hicks says it's okay. Leeds coming again. Gale. Now here is Conrad Hurrell, but no way through for the big man. Tries to play the ball quickly. Gale now. Cameron Smith gets past one, but O'Brien brings him down right in front of the post. Brilliant Huddersfield Giants defence. Last tackle again. Gale with a long looping pass. Harold with the charge towards the line. What a tackle that was from Jordan Turner. And that tackle epitomises for me what the Huddersfield Giants have been about. There's an injury on the 20. So Robert Hicks stopping play.
Yeah, doctor and physio one just checking.
Is it James Donaldson?
I think it is, Phil.
But what about this? What about that from Jordan Turner? But as I say, it epitomises what they've been all about this afternoon.
They've been strong. They've been strong. Huddersfield Giants, they've worked extremely hard with each other, looking to work in tandem there, knowing that one man's not going to take Conrad Hurrell down so close to the line. Jordan Turner doing a decent job from pressuring Hurrell from the inside. And James Donaldson.
They won't take any chances, will they?
No, no one does these days in rugby league. It's not about the player just sitting up, shaking his head saying, yeah, I'm okay. But his efforts from like mark at his kick chase pressure, his line speed in defence. He is an ultimate professional. Look at him, he was hit really hard, slammed into the ground by Murphy.
Yeah, I think the back of the head, as you say, just slammed into the grass, didn't it?
Just a whiplash, Stuart, going into the ground. Aaron Murphy started his career not far from here, just up the road at Wakefield on the wing. Now he finds himself as a dominating forward who throws his body in constantly. And James Donaldson, well, he's struggling.
Yeah, by the looks of this, they're going to have to replace him, aren't they?
Well, yeah, Leeds are struggling as well, aren't they? They've got just less than half an hour here to make up a 14-point deficit. They might do that by one of the players they've just introduced recently on the field, number 9, Cruz Leeming.
Well, what about this man? Darnell McIntosh, the hat-trick hero.
Well, he's had a good day, hasn't he? Scored a hat-trick. Look at that fabulous ball from Lee Gaskell, and then, I've said before, clean pair of heels to get under the sticks. He certainly had a game to remember.
Just saying here really that Darnell McIntosh has been sensational. Leeds now need an attacking player, and one of the reasons why they recruited Cruz Leeming to the club, he's come on with a number 9 jersey here. They hoped he'd start the season, but he didn't. He missed that with injury here. Now he's back onto the field, and he was known, Terry, wasn't he, as an incredible attacking option when he was at Huddersfield. I think the reason why they brought him here to spark Leeds in the middle of the field.
Oh, he's got speed. He's so dynamic. His footwork as well, and you just get one of those quick play the balls, and Cruz Leeming will be off. And you've obviously got to pick and choose when you run, and Richard Agart knows his side now are up against it, really. They've got 30 minutes to go in this game. They've got 14 points to score. Looks like they're losing James Donaldson. He won't be back, which will restrict the substitutions and what he's got left on the bench.
Well, as you say, they won't take any chances. Donaldson tried to get up, didn't he, and play on, but he obviously was wobbly on his legs, looked very, very woozy, and they will take all the time they need to make sure that he has all the treatment that he needs.
Players don't mind from either side as well when there's a man on the ground, and obviously you see him injured, he tries to get up, the doctor saying no, you can't get up. You let the medics do the work. The time takes the time, and as long as that James Donaldson's looked after, gets off the field, we'll just wait for that to happen. But I'm sure as well that you'll see that the Leeds players, Stuart, just congregating, talking in the little groups on what they want, what they should be looking for in the last 30 minutes.
Well, this, of course, the big restart, the big kickoff. Next weekend, we are back here at Headingley. 5 big games, doubleheader on the Saturday. Castleford against Catalan. Warrington playing Hull Kingston Rovers. That's on Sky Sports Arena. And then on Sunday, 3 games. Salford against Hull FC, Wakefield and Wigan. And then a huge game to round off the weekend, Leeds against St Helens. That's on Sunday, again on Sky Sports Arena. So
we can deduce from that Huddersfield get a rest next weekend, don't they? There's no game for them. A win here for them today is significant.
Yeah, Huddersfield should have been playing the Toronto Wolfpack next weekend, but they will get a weekend off and they'll get time to regroup. The Giants' next game is on Saturday week, when they will play Warrington at St Helens TW Stadium. As we mentioned, next up for Leeds, back here at Headingley next Sunday against St Helens. But worrying moments for Leeds and for James Donaldson, and worrying for the coach Richard Agar. I'm sure Jenna will be able to get us more news to find out how he is, but just doing the right thing, taking no chances. And Cruz Leeming, as we say, is on finally for his Huddersfield debut. Robert Hicks just waiting for the stretcher to take Donaldson off down to the Leeds dressing room. A sad sight. We hope he's okay. Half an hour for Leeds to turn this around against the Huddersfield side, who, well, let's be honest, they've been brilliant.
Yeah, they've been exceptional. The big forwards have certainly laid the platform. And when they've needed that bit of class, the bit of speed, they've had Gaskell, they've had Daniel McIntosh, who they're going out to again.
Yeah, all over the park. McIntosh again. That's his first ever Super League hat-trick, by the way. As I say, when you've not scored a try for 12 months, that's the way to do it.
Oh, what a pass there from Edwards.
Offload there from Edwards, and Wardle trying to find a way through on the last, and the referee is going to give a penalty.
I think you're going to see that more, aren't you? Teams attacking down a very close to the sideline. They call them short sides in rugby here. Look, there's only 10 metres in from touch, but they know they've got more attackers than there are defenders, and they've taken full advantage of that space and speed.
What about that ball from Kenny Edwards? A little flick pass.
What a ball. You know, he made that mistake, Edwards, in the first half, but since then he's been outstanding.
You look, when he passes that ball, that's not a fluke. He runs straight at Robert Lou. He knows exactly what he's doing. Then he flicks it out. He is a class player, an aggressive player as well, Edwards.
O'Brien, as the Giants come again. Ashton Golding. Boy, would he love to score today against his former club on his Huddersfield debut. Aaron Murphy, as Terry mentioned, once a flying winger, but very effective in his new role in the second row. Wilson charges for the line. Well, these are really key moments in this game. Another Huddersfield try, and you just couldn't see a way back for Leeds. Caesar and Gaskell with a little kick through. McIntosh was racing towards that, looking for a fourth, and you have to say that's probably the first poor kick that we've seen from Lee Gaskell all game.
I think his game management has been really high-end in this game, Lee Gaskell. He injects himself into the attacking line at the right moments, takes control, bosses people around the ruck, even when he's not touching the ball, calling the short side players on because he sees some space.
Well, Robert Louis up to halfway. Here is Cruz Leeming. Nightmare for Leeming. 7 years at Huddersfield. And moved here, suffered a fractured kneecap. With a chance to influence things now as Reece Martin tries to find a way through the offload. And here is Mellor, Alex Mellor. Been one of the shining lights for me for the Leeds Rhinos so far today. Edging ever closer. Luke Gale now with a little chip through, and well, that was really well read by Kenny Edwards. And the referee here will give I think it was a high tackle by Luke Gale, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Kenny Edwards, he gets himself into a decent position. The kick from Luke Gale, there was a high shot. The referee calls it straight away. Look at him, he seems to come from nowhere. Richie Myler just over the top. And Richie Myler was the man who was penalised, not the second effort by Luke Gale.
Move now. Hold me.
Yeah, two penalties in one. Huddersfield. 25 minutes to go. Deservedly leading here by 20 points to 6 as Caesar looks for a way through and nearly managed to get the offload to young Jake Wardle. Mightily impressed with the way that Huddersfield have gone about it. They've been quietly confident all week, you know.
6 again.
6 again. So the tackle count is cleared. The 6 again now becomes a penalty. A high shot there from Matt Pryor, and more errors now are creeping in to the Leeds Rhinos game. They're looking a bit tired and jaded.
Well, running half's always a dangerous sign, isn't it, Ed Caesar? Richard Agar knows that his side just have not respected the ball enough. They give away penalties. There's been repeat sets of 6 as well that they've had to contend with. When they've looked to shift the ball's gone on the floor, whereas this Huddersfield side, they've looked really good value in this afternoon.
Move now, hold here. Hold. Go on.
Oh, the mistake from Michael Lawrence. And Leeds have it back. We haven't seen too many errors from Huddersfield today.
No. Vital defensive set though for Leeds there. They couldn't afford to concede. The hopes of victory would have been diminished, but here they are. They're still alive here with offloads and the pace they've got. I like Ash Handley if he can get himself into the game. Things happen around him. He scores tries, he creates tries. They need a spark in attack. Pushing himself up close to possession. In fact, he's got his hands on it here now, playing the dummy half.
The Leeds are going to have to speed things up, aren't they? Cruz Leeming could be the man to do that. Smith and Louis, the inside ball for Reece Martin. But the clock is against them. Hanley moving into the line. But Huddersfield's defence has been outstanding for the most part today. Here is the Australian Matt Pryor. But there's nowhere for him to go on the last tackle. Louis, that's a good pass out. Chance here for Newman. And the referee will say that was brilliant defence again from the Huddersfield Giants. I think Newman was looking for a penalty for a possible high shot, but Huddersfield again.
He did well to ride that tackle, Harry Newman, because he was hit with some force, wasn't he? Leeds Rhinos trying to force Huddersfield over the try line. They can't quite get Daniel McIntosh over the line.
6 more, Cuthbertson, hand on ball.
Another 6 as well. Here they've got to contend with.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to, when you're getting beat in a game and there's 23 minutes to go, you've got to get back to what your game plan was when you initially came into the game. Things have gone against you. Yeah, that wasn't in the game plan. What was your initial thoughts 5 minutes before the kickoff? Because that's how you need to play. If you believe that you were going to win the game, you've got to get back to that mindset.
Go on, Adam O'Brien. Good
O'Brien, he tried the offload to Wardle, didn't quite work. That's the way that Huddersfield are playing their rugby.
Well, I think Adam O'Brien's improved partly because the coach who he plays for used to be a hooker, and I think that's an advantage. He's probably given a bit more time and attention. And if any player to improve, it seems to have been O'Brien. He's come back on the field, he had the bang on the head. It's clearly okay. It was an ambitious but an entertaining offload. Sadly, Jake Wardle couldn't take it.
As we approach the hour mark, it really is now or never, you feel, for the Leeds Rhinos against this stubborn Huddersfield Giants defence. Louis inside for Pryor, but again there's no way through. Superb from Matty English again, who's been one of the standout players, one of the the Giants youngsters. Cruz leaving there for Cuthbertson, who will try to offload. He does offload, but pounced on again by the Giants. Aaron Murphy reading the situation beautifully. Another Leeds mistake and another superb defensive play from the Huddersfield Giants, who are now going to get a penalty.
Well, renowned for his offloads, isn't he, Adam Cuthbertson, looking to get that ball away. Aaron Murphy spots it. It's a loose offload, it goes on the ground, and referee Robert Hicks just calling out the captain, Luke Gale.
Mate, I'm going to deal with this. Oh, OK, we'll
Let's have words with him.
I'll talk to him. OK, mate, several of the penalties in this half, they're all high tackles. We've got Cruz Lehman here, we've got one down here. The one with Harry Newman, which was a flop, was also contact with the head. That's 3. You know where you're going next if you carry on with those. Get him downstairs.
Well, there's the warning from the referee, Robert Hicks. Cruz Leeming, the guilty man, against his former club. I think that's as unofficial a team warning as you could probably get. Robert Hicks basically saying another high shot and the man will be in the sin bin.
Well, it's clear direction, isn't it, from the referee? Any more of it and you're going to be a player down for 10 minutes.
Well, we saw the unfortunate James Donaldson stretch it off 4 or 5 minutes ago. We hope he's all right. Jenna can update us.
Yeah, I actually have some good news. He has walked out. He's currently sitting in the dugout. He was walking very gingerly. He does look extremely sore. I've been told it's a lower back injury, but it is not serious.
Good news for Leeds, good news for James Donaldson. But it's bad news for the Leeds Rhinos on the pitch. Another set restart here for the Giants, and the penalties now are really stacking up, aren't they, against the Leeds Rhinos, and are they going to pay the price? The pressure is coming again from the Giants. Here is Edwards, who's been another of the standout players for Huddersfield so far. O'Brien goes on his own, and his former teammate Cruz Leeming had to be quick to read the danger. Edwards now at dummy half. Gaskell goes for the line himself on the last. The way that Huddersfield have been playing, is that a penalty? It is a penalty, barging the player off the play the ball, and it's penalty after penalty after penalty, and it all means pressure, and more pressure.
It's what tackle they're giving the penalty away. Again, that was the last tackle that they've given another set of 6 away to Huddersfield.
Here, couldn't it? On the last tackle, interference. He's pushed backwards, isn't he, there by Myler? They're going to tap the ball here. They go again and find the kill.
Yeah, absolutely. One more try, you feel, with 20 minutes to go. And it'll be game up, you feel, for the Leeds Rhinos. Sunwood again towards the line. O'Brien and Caesar. And Ashton Golding gets away from Luke Gale. It was nearly a dream try and a dream debut for Golding. O'Brien now, but there's the interception, but he was offside. The frustration, total frustration from Ash Hanley, and that descent means that Ash Hanley is going to the sin bin for 10 minutes, and the frustration boiling over.
Just a yard, and Leeds are back in the game. I'm not sure anyone would have caught Ash Hanley. And that's the discipline of just staying onside. You could see he was off by a couple of yards. The referee had already spotted him. He was facing that way.
I tell you what, I'd like to look at that again here when the ball's played. Does he have a foot on the try line? He wasn't that. I don't think he was as far as what you imagine. His foot there. The ball's been played at that point. Well, need some luck.
It's a close call, but Leeds are down to 12 men. That came off a Leeds hand. Yeah, knocked the ball out of O'Brien's hands. So it will be another set for the Huddersfield Giants. They must have conceded 5 or 6 penalties on the spin.
They've had some pressure to contend with here, haven't they?
Wait, time off. Are you going in and out? You don't have to.
He's just having a word with Cruz Leeming to see if he's actually going to go in. And
well, he's buying time, isn't he? He's standing offside, so the referee can't restart the game.
Jordan Turner. 18 minutes for Leeds to do something about this. But Huddersfield again have been so dominant. Matagi again right in front of the post. Adam O'Brien will run the rule. So will Adam Caesar. Caesar gets the ball out to Senior. All hail Caesar for Huddersfield, and all hail Lewis Senior, who scores a try which will surely now send Huddersfield to the top of Super League.
Well, it's hard to defend when you've got 13 players on the field, so close to your try line. But when you're down to 12, there's an inevitability that overlap, that the extra man will be found, especially when you've got players with the eyes and vision that Aidan Caesar has. Obviously, they're offside at the play of the ball, and that came as an accumulation of penalties here. Actually, it's only just as he set off too soon, and it is a good job too for the Huddersfield side. His frustrations earned him a rest in the sin bin. 10 minutes with a yellow card, and then Huddersfield's brilliance here, and Caesar's eyes show him where the space is going to be, exactly where Ash Hanley should be stood on the left wing. Very clever from an experienced player, exploiting the gap and turning that advantage, taking full advantage of the extra man.
And all 5 Huddersfield tries have been scored by their wingers.
Well, that shows that they play and they like to move the ball. Normally, you look at them over the years and you think, yeah, they just want to play high completions. And the Huddersfield fans, well, haven't they had a good evening supporting their side from home?
Well, the man in the middle could hardly believe it.
He'd been listening to John Wells before the game and thought they had no chance.
What a performance from the Huddersfield Giants. Aidan Caesar. Looked like he's curled it in beautifully. He has. Caesar with the goal. 26 points to 6. The Huddersfield Giants lead. Would you believe it? But you have to say, they have produced one of the performances of the Super League season so far. Like some of the Leeds fans are walking out. They've had enough.
He's going off. He's going to bed already, isn't he? But the movement from Aidan Caesar and Gaskell behind the ruck before they throw that money ball, like they time it to perfection. Adam O'Brien as well, the communication that they've got, and Ash Hanley will be disappointed. Like I said before, a yard, and all of a sudden he stays behind and they're back in the game. He scores the try.
Well, if Simon Wolford is wondering about a new contract and Huddersfield are wondering about whether to offer him a new contract, he's going about it, and his players are going about it as well. I think they're showing the Huddersfield hierarchy that they want their coach to stay. But this has been a fabulous performance. You really do struggle to find fault with the way that Huddersfield have played.
It has been a team performance led by the halves. Said before, foundations have been laid, but the speed that they've got as well, on the edges.
And talking of the halves, a great kick from Caesar, putting Richie Myler under pressure. It's been a tough old afternoon at the office for Richie Myler. He's had a head injury and he's been peppered by both Aidan Caesar and Lee Gaskell. Was that an injury?
Well, a couple of the Huddersfield players have gone down. Is it the Harry Newman? Is he kicking out as he's trying to get up, play the ball? Adam O'Brien and Matty English, the players that are down on the ground.
Let's have a look.
He knows that he needs a quick play of the ball. The players are coming in. He's getting a bit of afters by Wood. There's a penalty to Leeds at that point. So he's frustrated. He wants to get up. He wants to play that ball. He knows that if it's a slow play of the ball, that those Huddersfield defenders are going to just cram in and make it harder for his teammate on the next play.
But they've got 14 minutes. I think Richard Agar will be really disappointed, especially in this second half. Leeds' discipline has been poor, let's be honest.
Yeah, not to score a point, make some mistakes, is it? Well, they've got a penalty here. Leeds Rhinos. Luke Gale just gets it out of field as quick as he can, trying to organise something on the left-hand side.
Well, the ball comes out of the tackle. Backwards, it says, from Martin. Here's Louis. Oleski brought down. What could Cruz Leeming do? 6 again, the referee says. Interference at the play, the ball. Pryor. And again, it's that Matt Murphy in with a crunching tackle. Here is Cruz Leeming.
They are absolutely flying in. Huddersfield.
Reminds me of you and your pomp. Hardly. Gale, though. Gale will go for the line. And Luke Gale gets a try. Is it a try to get Leeds back in the game? Or is it a try that's pure consolation? We shall see. Leeds have got 12 and a half minutes to turn this around, but Luke Gale gives them a smidgen of hope.
Well, that's it. They needed a score. They've only got 13 minutes to go. Luke Gale just pumps the ball. He goes his favoured left side. He's renowned for his attack on the left edge. And good work as well from Mellor. He attracted a couple of defenders, created that space for Luke Gale to go in. Is there a comeback, Stuart?
Well, it would be one of the best comebacks in Super League history, given the circumstances. Reece Martin, well, he puts that one wide. I think pure and simple, because he was rushing.
Well, you can understand that a little bit. They need 3 converted tries, don't they? We've seen that occasionally, probably once or twice in the last 25 years. You need your leaders, though, to lead, and Luke Gale's tried his best here now to spark a revival. It is possible here. You sometimes see, every now and again, tries from kick-off situations like this. They're going to have to take some risks, offload the ball, keep it alive, and support as best as possible. Another injury here now to Aaron Murphy, so the Giants are running out of healthy bodies.
Well, Leeds simply have got to score 3 times in the last 12 minutes, so it would be a heck of a comeback. Yeah, he just rolled over on his shoulder, didn't he, as he was trying to stop Luke Gale. And Murphy, since he's come on, his tackling has been ferocious.
Could he leave the field over the dead ball line? I don't know what the medical protocol is, but it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, that now, what he's doing.
Well, they won't let Huddersfield kick off until he's off the field. There is Simon Wolford, Luke Robinson, the former Huddersfield star, one of his assistants behind. But Simon Wolford, give all his players a pat on the back, I'm sure, but the coach has done a fine job this last 3.5 weeks, for sure, to get his team ready to put in a performance like this.
Well, just telling him to calm down as well, and the doctor's now having a little look at Jordan Turner, who's got a bit of a problem. Call for some help. And he's going off with a head knock as well, Jordan Turner. So Aaron Murphy, Jordan Turner off. In the last few minutes, Simon Wolford just telling his players that they need to calm down.
Yeah, getting animated. He knows that they are closing in on what would be a famous win, but closing in on the top of Super League as well, which would be a phenomenal performance. Defeated only once this season by Wigan. And, talking to people in the Huddersfield camp this week as Jordan Turner makes his way off, they reckon that their win against St Helens 12-10 just before the lockdown was as good as they played in a long time. I would suggest that this is even better.
Yeah, 2 good wins. If they're going to win this, that'll give them big confidence boost going forward for the remaining part of the season. Leeds Rhinos just forcing the ball here, going wide to Conrad Hurrell.
They've got to gamble as Hurrell sets the ball away, and a chance may be here for Newman. Newman does well. Can he offload it to Hurrell? He can. Is the gamble going to pay off? The charging run from Conrad Hurrell. And now, for the first time in this match, you feel Leeds have the tails up. Cameron Smith and Robert Louis. Is the space on the far side for Briscoe. Briscoe goes for the line. What? Briscoe got a sensational try for the Leeds Rhinos. He got the ball down, but did he manage to stay in play? Robert Hicks seconds he does, and it really could be game on. What a play from the Leeds Rhinos.
Do you know, he's strong, Luke Briscoe. Played a lot of rugby as a kid in the back row, played in the forwards, played at half-back. Look at this for the finish. Wow.
What a score.
Wow. Luke Briscoe.
The heel's just off the heel. He's just off the touchline, isn't it?
It started with the youngster on this side for me, Harry Newman. Again, showed a lot of power to break free.
Well, there we go. We said that they're going to have to produce something special. We said that they would have to gamble.
Well, they are doing it, and it could well pay off for them here, because the Huddersfield side, they're dropping around, players dropping out left, right and centre, and they might just run out of troops. There's no denying that Leeds, pre-lockdown, were the best entertainers. They scored more tries than anybody else here. They're just about to show us why. Reece Martin has another difficult kick here. The video ref, though, has given him a bit of extra time here to get his heart rate down, improve his chance of nailing this one.
Off the touchline, Reece Martin. Just to the right of the post, so 26 points to 14. The equation is the same. 2 tries to force golden extra points.
Well, maybe this is the way that they've got to play for the final 10 minutes. Just shift the ball from side to side. To get them in this position, Harry Newman come up with a brilliant run, got a decent offload away to Conrad Hurrell, who scattered a couple of players, then they shifted it. The Leeds fans now, do they believe in the final 10 minutes that they're going to go ahead and win this game?
Well, it's taken them 65 minutes, hasn't it, to come alive, but alive they are, and we've got a great finish on our hands. A 12-point ball game. Let's go pitch side. And John.
Yeah, 2 tries from the Leeds Rhinos in 2 minutes. I tell you, you can't wait, fans, until you can come back in and see this. I've got a front row seat and saw Luke Briscoe stop and go again on the outside of Joe Wardle. Outstanding stuff and a superb finish. Is this a comeback for the ages?
Well, it would be for sure, John, the way that Leeds have played for 75% of this game, but they're now producing their best rugby, and they've got a penalty.
Yeah.
This is a real hike-up field. 11-4 the penalty count in Huddersfield's favour before that, but Huddersfield have now conceded the last 3 penalties, and the pressure is starting to build on the Giants.
It just shows what a bit of field position and the scoreboard can do.
Those penalties very often end up quite close, though, don't they, at the end of the match? They might be lopsided at one point.
Hold me, hold, go.
What a finish we're going to have. Here is Matt Pryor. And the Giants are going to have to really regather here. They've lost 2 or 3 players to injury. They've had to rethink things, and Leeds are thinking things on this near side with Conrad Hurrell, but another brilliant tackle, this time from the young man Sam Wood. Gale now for the Rhinos. Pryor again. Can't find a way through. Get back with the tackle along with Matagi. Couple of tackles left in this set for Leeds. Cruz Leeming and Luke Gale. Gale with the blind pass out. Charge for the line. Has Mellor got the ball down? Alex Mellor, he thinks he scored. Robert Hicks thinks he scored, and he has scored. And it's 3 tries in 5 minutes for the Leeds Rhinos. Would you believe this?
Absolutely not. Wow. Richard Agar. I don't know what message has been sent down to Leeds in the last 5 minutes. But I never expected this. Goes to the former Huddersfield player in Alex Mellor. Picks a really strong line. Gets straight over the top. I think it's Wood. Golding tries everything to hold him up. The little second effort. And the referee, Robert Hicks, says, yes, that's a try. Is this a conversion?
It is from Reece Martin. After 65 minutes, the Huddersfield Giants led by 26 points to 6. 7 minutes later, Alex Mellor gets 3 tries, the 3rd try rather, in the space of 7 minutes against his former club. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, let's
be honest, none of us saw this coming.
No.
That's why we love this sport.
Well, they've done remarkably well here now, and this is a test of Huddersfield's character and confidence. Belief here now. They've walked back here nervously now to the halfway line. The referee blowing penalties in favour of Leeds has clearly helped the Rhinos roll downfield, got into position. That repeated possession has put some points on the board, and we've got a fantastic finish to the restart of Super League.
An unbelievable finish in many ways. Then when Lewis Senior got his second try, and Aidan Caesar put up over the goal at 26 points to 6. We were just thinking about how many Huddersfield would win by, but full credit here to the Leeds Rhinos. They got that try out of nothing from Luke Gale. And then the brilliant finish from Luke Briscoe. Alex Mellor against his former side, and here come the Rhinos on a roll up to halfway. Pryor brought down, 6 points in it, 6 minutes to go.
They're making great meters, aren't they, the Rhinos? Some good carries, good offloads.
Well, Huddersfield have had the ball for 10 minutes and they may not get it again. Ball inside from Hanley, and he's passed it straight to Lee Gaskell. I was sure it was going to be another try for the Leeds Rhinos. Gaskell, Johnny on the spot to deny Ash Hanley and deny the Leeds Rhinos.
Just a bit of desperation. He should have had confidence in himself to even kick the ball. Couldn't get that ball to him because of the defenders from Huddersfield.
Well, they can't get out to their own quarter here, though. They're in big danger now of being forced. Would that be a penalty, lifting into a dangerous position? He didn't blow it.
Yeah, leaning on Golding. And, well, the Leeds fans can hardly believe it. Richard Agar could hardly believe it. A relieving kick downfield, picked up by Myler. 5 minutes to go, and it has turned into a pulsating game. We were talking about Huddersfield going top. If Leeds could turn this round incredibly, they would go top. But in the context of the game, they were being totally outplayed. To be this close and in with a chance of winning is incredible. Here is that try scorer, Mellor. We mentioned, hasn't he? Was he lost the ball then?
I think it was stripped.
Oh, it's a penalty. It's been stripped. And a penalty there against his former teammate Sam Wood. And all of a sudden, talk about a huge momentum shift. You're seeing one here.
You can't see Huddersfield holding them out here now as they get near this line. I think the confidence is shattered. Luke Gale's been very impressive with his maturity and his calm approach. They offload the ball again here now.
Robert Louis with the mistake. Richard Agar exasperated.
They'll be frustrated with each other. Good offload, wasn't it, from Cam Smith?
Lack of concentration.
Cruz Lehman, for me, Cruz Lehman, if he goes and just disrupts them a bit, you look to get that quick play of the ball instead of going lateral just for moving the ball for moving its sake.
I'll tell you what it does do. It makes you think how important that tackle by Ashton Golding on Richard Myler was at the start of the game, the try saver.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very good point, Phil, as we go into the last 4 minutes. We saw St Helens put down a marker with a convincing win over the Catalan Dragons, and we are seeing the Huddersfield Giants and Leeds Rhinos produce an absolute thriller. Enthralling. Huddersfield for 65 minutes were every bit as good as any performance that we've seen certainly this year in the truncated season that we have had. Leeds have found a way back. Gabbett now for the Giants. Caesar not taking any chances on that far side. On the last 3.5 minutes, it's a nervous Simon Wolford. The kick goes up from Gaskell. The pressure on. Brilliant take.
Taken in the air.
Myler taken in the air there by...
And that's that bit of discipline that you need. McIntosh has created some column inches in this game, hasn't he? Unfortunately gives a penalty away. Leeds Rhinos just want to get on with the play. They want to kick the ball into touch. Richie Myler, when he goes up for it, he's got to be able to come down and land on the ground. Taken illegally.
No, can't throw it off. Wait.
And again, a quick fire set of 6 here from the Rhinos.
We don't mind a bit of passion. Not in this situation. With the game so close.
Hold, go on.
Well, Phil Clark has the unenviable task of choosing the man of the match. He can't make that decision yet. There's still 3 minutes to go. There still could be a man of the match winning performance out there. 2.5 minutes for Huddersfield to hang on, and that's exactly what they're doing at the moment as Cuthbertson tries to find a way to offload.
Oh, that's a big carry.
Cuthbertson style. Takes 3 of them to bring Cuthbertson down. Luke Gale now. Gale, ball out for Hurrell. Hurrell for the line. Hurrell, has he got the try? Incredible! Absolutely incredible! Conrad Hurrell gets the try. They were down and out after 65 minutes. And now Reece Martin will have a kick to level up this game. Go figure. Sensational return for Super League. Sensational comeback from the Leeds Rhinos.
Incredible. Reece Martin's thinking, well, couldn't you have got me closer? And I suppose it's down to me now. Look at this. Unbelievable effort from the big man, Conrad Hurrell. We know what a powerful player he is. And when you want your big players to step up, I think in the last 10 minutes, Leeds Rhinos' big players have stepped up. They know that they've been outplayed for 65 minutes, but the last 13 minutes have been incredible. And look at the reaction from their Huddersfield fans. They'll be gutted.
Wow, what a big kick. What a big kick. To level it up with a minute to go. Reece Martin. Here he comes. Oh, it's a beauty, an absolute beauty. Nerves of steel from Reece Martin. 26-6 down, and they scored 20 points in a little over 10 minutes.
Remarkable. Luke Gale's done as well. He's got his hands on the ball, and they know the man to get it to. Conrad Hurrell. Wow, what about if the South Stand had been here now to enjoy this with him? That kick gives us possibly here now, takes us into golden time. And just how must the Huddersfield side be feeling here now?
Do you know, normally in the South Stand there's the man, the band with the trumpet and the drums. I wouldn't want to be living next door to them now.
Golden point is 45 seconds away, and it seems to be an incredible scenario.
Well, they're going to hunt a mistake here, Huddersfield.
Would you believe it?
No.
Fantastic entertainment for the restart of Super League. Hey, but Leeds think they can win it in normal time. 25 seconds to go. But Huddersfield, who were a 10 out of 10. 10 out. Oh, he's got the ball. It is a knock-on. Now then, they'll have to try and regroup. They'll have to try and regroup here and stop the clock. They will play. They're going to have one play. Time off. One play.
4 seconds. Where's Caesar? He's just setting up. Where's Gaskell? Is it going to Gaskell? Big chase here.
Ball goes back to Caesar. Caesar now out to the far side for Wardle. Wardle tries the drop goal attempt from halfway. Well, it certainly got the distance, but it didn't have the accuracy. Well, now it's the kick forward from Newman. The chase is on. What a dramatic, incredible finish. It's still not over. Gaskell will surely have to go to ground. No, he won't. Gaskell's still going. He's still going. Lee Gaskell. Luke Gale finally brings him down. And that brings to the end an unbelievable 80 minutes of Super League. Simon Walford is crestfallen. Richard Agar is gobsmacked. That's how good it's been. We have golden point, extra time. Well, Huddersfield cannot believe it. Lee Gaskell and the Huddersfield players had it won with 15 minutes to go, leading 26 points to 6. And then all of a sudden, Leeds turn on the style.
If you want to wear any shirt now on the field, I think you want to be in the Leeds Rhinos shirt, because they're the team that seem to have all the confidence. Don't take away the likes of what Gaskell and Caesar can do, going for that 1 point, but all the confidence in the final 13 minutes is with Leeds Rhinos.
Well, breathtaking, breathless, and quite simply brilliant. Fantastic entertainment. There's the hero, Conrad Hurrell. And don't forget, Leeds had done the most of this, down to 12 men, because Ash Hanley was in the sin bin. And Conrad Hurrell with the try to bring it within 2. And how about that for courage from Reece Martin? And how about that from a reaction from the Leeds fans? They were beaten. They were beaten.
I know we talked at half-time about the missed conversions that Eden Caesar had, didn't he? For the first 3 tries he scored, he couldn't get one of them over. They were all 4 points, not 6. They've won the toss here in Golden Point. They've elected to kick off rather than receive possession. And they're going to kick from right to left now, hoping that they can control and contain Leeds. Let's not hope it's all over in one set.
Well, Lee Gaskell gets us underway. And a real nail-biter! Well, the ball, I think, was knocked on by the Giants. Well, Lady Luck on the shoulder of Richie Myler as Gavette came in. The bouncing ball.
It was a wicked kick, wasn't it? Just dropped short. But made a play for it. Knocked the ball forward.
26-all. 26-all. Incredible that we're actually saying it's 26-all.
They're going to get close enough, aren't they, in this set here, for somebody like Luke Gale to have a go.
Well, Luke Gale, of course, scored one of the most famous drop goals in Super League history.
He's not gone, is it?
Against St Helens in the Super League semi-finals, but that's a knock-on, I think, by Adam Cuthbertson. And now the chance goes to the Huddersfield Giants in terrific field position, just lost possession. And look who it was. It was Matty English with the challenge. Wow. Is this going to be the finale for the Huddersfield Giants? Are they going to get in field position to try and win this game? Kenny Edwards, Leeds scoring 20 unanswered points in a little over 10 minutes to get back into this game. Here is Caesar and Gaskell. And has the feeling here that Huddersfield are just trying to set this up. Lawrence driven back. Brian now for English. They're getting closer. They're getting closer. Will it go to Caesar? It is going to go to Caesar. Caesar back to Gaskell. Lee Gaskell will try the drop goal attempt. And it's wide. It goes wide of the right upright. First chance to Huddersfield. Leeds breathe a huge sigh of relief. They will now get the opportunity. What a challenge.
Harry Newman.
He's got to be the bravest rugby league player in this country, Adam O'Brien. Oh.
Well, they get 7 tackles here now, Leeds Rhinos.
We felt that 200 yards away.
Wow. Harry Newman's the man who's gone down as well.
Robert Louis. Reece Martin, the hero with the boot. Cuthbertson.
He'll keep
Cuthbertson playing it safe.
He'll keep that nice and tight. Harry Newman's okay now. That was a huge collision.
In the history of Super League, we have seen some amazing comebacks. We have. And you have to say this would be right up there if Leeds can somehow win this for the position they were in, but also the way they were playing. Luke Gale. Yeah, you remember that drop goal, don't you? Against St Helens in the Super League semi-finals. Leeds there were looking for a penalty.
I think some of the Leeds players were looking for a penalty from the high shot as it gathered. Then drops back underneath. Well, certainly contact. You have seen penalties awarded for tackles like that. Look, steps off his left. He's hit round the chops.
Well, just to add to the drama, the clock isn't working. The clock is broken. So the timekeeper doing it on the stopwatch will keep you posted for 2 periods of Golden Point extra time.
That's 5 minutes, isn't it, each period?
5 minutes each period. We reckon there's about a minute and a half or so to go in the first period of Golden Point.
And you, Mike, now you go up as well. Before, don't walk forward, Alex, play there, mate.
Well, just the apology, Alex Miller accepting it.
Forward, back on.
Saying, oh, this is the last play that they've got. They're going to go for it.
On the last then, on the last it goes back to Luke Gale. Gale puts up the kick. Has Gale managed to win it? Incredible! Luke Gale is the hero for the Leeds Rhinos.